Hey guys, welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're returning. My name is Ashley, and today I am going to be answering your guys' assumptions about me. You may have seen this going around on YouTube. It's kind of a popular thing right now where creators are kind of surveying their subscribers and their followers over on Instagram, asking them, what are some things that you just assume about me? And these videos are kind of fun to get to know the person that you might have an assumption about a little bit better. So that is what today's video is going to be. This video is a tag, and this is actually the first YouTube tag I've ever done. So the way it kind of works is my friend Rachel at Day to Day Joys tagged me to do it. And then I'm going to tag someone to hopefully do an assumption video like this. So the person I'm going to tag is going to be Abby from A Full-Time Wife Life, I think is her channel name. She's super cute and become a really good friend of mine on YouTube, and so I'm gonna tag her to see if you guys have any assumptions about her. But there were a few other ladies also participating in this, so I will have the playlist linked down in the description box so you guys can check it out. And if any of you are coming over from their channel, welcome. Just to give you a little bit of a background, my name is Ashley. Like I said, I am a homeschooling mom of 4 kiddos, and I am a personal trainer, and so I share mostly homeschooling and a little bit of fitness information sprinkled in there for you here on my channel. So you guys had some assumptions about me, and in a Q&A video where you're reading questions people have asked, you give like their, what are those things called? Their handle. I'm not going to do that. I don't think you're supposed to say who made the assumption about you, but I have my phone here. And so I'm just going to go through them and answer if your assumption is correct, and if they're not. Like I said, these came from Instagram, so if you're not following me over on Instagram, it'll be linked down below. It's just Ashley, my name with 2 E's, under like the low line, what's that called? An underscore, Grace and Grit. And I share daily over there versus just a couple of times a week on here. So we're gonna get started right into these assumptions. Okay, so this one said, you seem like the type of trainer that will yell uplifting and motivating things at clients. Your assumption is correct. I was always a very loud motivational trainer when I was working as a personal trainer and a group trainer. And if any of my prior clients are watching this video, then you can attest to that down in the comments below. That was actually one of the things that people told me was like a gift that I had. Like I always knew what to say in the set at the right moment. And it's not like I pre-rehearsed those things. I would just see the struggle and I would say, you're doing awesome, or, and it was just very authentic and genuine. So you're right. The next one said, I am a perfectionist. Yeah, I've gotten better. I've gotten better. I can now allow for things to not be perfect, but I still try to do everything I can, me personally, to the best of my abilities. So I'm not satisfied with my work or my effort until it's, to me, perfect. But to you, that might not be perfect. And I do not expect those things from my family or my husband. It is strictly something inside me, and it's not always the best, but I'm aware of it, and so I work on it. But I would say, yes, you're correct. I do like things to be right where they should be, when they should be there. Someone else said that, let me see. I was getting a few questions with this too, so I'm scrolling through it. Okay, this one said, you do fun activities in homeschool help. I'm not very creative. Okay, so she's assuming that I do lots of fun projects. No, I don't actually. I love curriculum that has those kind of projects sprinkled into it because then I don't have to think of it on my own. Now, every now and then I'll get a creative idea and I love doing those things with my kids, but I'm not an ultra creative person. That's not a strength of mine, and I'm okay with that. So I need some help in that department. So I use a lot of Pinterest. I always try to do, like fun holiday things, and I use Pinterest a lot, but that's not something that comes naturally to me. So I wouldn't say I do it all the time. So yeah, there's that one. Let's keep going here. That you get to shop a lot and buy cool stuff. I know it can seem like I shop a lot because I always share hauls with you guys on here. I mean, I don't think I shop a lot, but I do enjoy shopping for various varieties of things. Actually, the thing I don't like to shop for is myself. I much rather buy home decor or my kids' clothes or, things like that. So, I don't know. I guess to some people, I shop a lot. To others, probably hardly. So I don't know. And that I love homeschooling. Yes, that assumption is correct. I do love homeschooling. That doesn't mean it's not hard, but I do love it. This assumption said, you're a confident, no-nonsense gal. Yes, ma'am. And you know what you want and you make it happen. Yes, very accurate assumption. I would describe my personality in those ways. Good one. I like seeing the things that you guys think because then it lets me know, like, is my true self coming out as I share my life with you guys, or am I like being perceived in a different way? And this little assumption thing really let me see that, like, I'm doing an okay job. What you see is what you get. This one said that I'm loyal. Yes, I am a very loyal person. If I love you with my whole heart. If I trust you with my whole heart. And I will go to bat for people that I love and that are close to me. This one said, you have a super organized homeschool lesson plan grade book. Nope. That one is not true. I don't keep grades because I verify if it's accurate or not. So technically, if my kids get anything wrong, I have them correct it. So I don't have a grade book. And I also don't have lesson plans. The only thing I keep track of are the weeks and the days that we do school. And I follow my curriculum, just the next lesson on the next day. So that one is not true. This one said, you seem like the type of person who never swears. Do you ever drop an F-bomb? Oh, man. Okay. Not in the presence of my children. I'm really good about that, and I'm not judging anybody who doesn't do it that way, but to me, like, I just control my mouth in front of my kids. Now, if I'm telling my husband like a heated story, then that might come out on occasion, but I used to have a really foul mouth, like a sailor, and so I've worked on that because I don't want my kids saying those things, and it's just been something that I've like focused on not doing. So yeah, or like if it doesn't offend me if I hear it, I can laugh, and like sometimes a funny joke with like that word in front of it, it's funnier, but it's not something that I say all the time. But do I say it? Never? No. But in front of my kids, never. And I also, like, while we're on the topic of that, I really don't listen to any kind of music that has those kind of words in it in front of my kids. My children actually don't even know what bad words are. So that's a sidebar. I feel like I need to tell them what they are so that they know, because I don't know, it just feels weird. Anyways, that was off on a tangent. Someone else said, you're great at budgeting. Yeah, I am, again, am very good at creating a plan and sticking to it. So I would say I am good at budgeting. I feel like I really stretch our one income very far for all the things that we are able to do for our kids, having 4 of them and living on one income and, you know, buying homes and doing things like that. And I am the person who does that area of life. Of course, my husband's a part of it as well, but I do feel like, yes, you're right. That is a correct assumption. I am good at budgeting. Somebody said, this was really sweet. I think you're pretty amazing and totally assume you are a superhero. You are very, very, very kind. I am no superhero and I fail more than you guys know. The next one is even more funny, that you have the patience of Mother Teresa. No, I am a very impatient person by nature, you guys. I am like my personality is not a patient personality. If I had to pick out one thing that I struggle the most with in my life right now, in my motherhood area and in my marriage, is definitely patience. I am not a patient person. It takes everything I have to not lose my patience. It's really hard for me. So that one is definitely not correct. I am not patient. I work on it and I try to be, but I'm still not doing very well. I am not a patient person. I wish I was. This one said that you are type A. Yeah, but I also can be more of like a type B too when I need to be. But I definitely have like the leadership and like the go-getter type personality that a lot of people associate with having like a type A personality. So I would say that one's right. The next one said that you push your kids' athletics more than academics, but not in a bad way. More than academics, that's where I think like no, because if it ever came down to my kids not having enough time or energy to learn the things they need to learn, then we would pull back on the athletic side of things. But you're correct in thinking that we do push or encourage athletics in our children. It's something both my husband and I find very valuable for lots of reasons. And when your kids have a talent that goes beyond just doing something for fun and there's like real potential there, as a parent, you want to push that and cultivate that, because as kids, they're not always going to be able to do that on their own. So I would say that one is kind of yes, but kind of no. Someone said that you have a fantastic marriage. Listen, we have a really good marriage, but we still argue. We still disagree. We still have to choose to be forgiving. Yeah, we've been together a long time, so we have a very strong marriage. Like I feel so confident in my marriage that I just am very confident in my relationship, but that doesn't mean that it's perfect all the time, because it's not. But we do love each other and are forgiving of one another's faults, and I think that that's what makes a fantastic marriage. And we're committed. We're committed to each other. Like the other options are not there for us, and so that's something that's like never in the back of our mind, which I think can sometimes be a way out when you're going through a difficult year, month, etc. Someone said that you're sweet, kind, and genuine and a good friend to have. You guys are so sweet to me. I think so. I am a really good friend and genuine, and yeah, I would say you're right on that one. The next one said, you're always positive and a go-getter. Yes. I am the queen of finding the silver lining in things, and I think that comes from going through a lot of really hard times in my childhood where I had to just grasp onto any ray of sunshine I could find. So through my darkest days and hours, even as an adult, I've always tried to focus on things that I am thankful for to get me through those times. And a go-getter, yes. If I really want to accomplish something, I will find a way to do it, no matter how much hard work it takes to get there. But I also don't go pursuing everything that I could. So I don't know. Kind of a mixture on that one. Someone said that you have it all together, but I'm sure some days you don't. Yeah, I think you're right in your assumption that I do try to keep things all together. And that definitely comes from my childhood and just finding a sense of peace and comfort in predictability and routines. And routines are what help me stay on top of chores and working out and kids stuff and all that. So I do feel like I have a better handle on like all the life things, but that's only because I really gravitate towards that myself. But that doesn't mean that I don't have a bad day, or like miss an appointment here or there or something like that. The next one said that you never just have days you lay around and do nothing. And this one made me evaluate my life. I was like, wow, that is true. Your assumption is true. I couldn't tell you the last time I did that, and I think it's in order very soon, like where I'm in PJs and I'm in my bed and I'm not moving. I don't know if it's possible, actually, but yeah, you're right. I don't ever do that. The next one said, you're a very strong person and stick to what you believe and do not let other people change your mind. Yes. The next one says, you're so organized. Yes. You're a type A, very organized and never procrastinate. See the theme, guys? Like, you guys actually know me. Yes, 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 to all those things. And then this one said she tries not to make them, meaning assumptions about people she doesn't know, but she's thinking that I'm an extrovert. Now, I am extroverted, but I'm like an introverted extrovert, and I know that there's like a name for that, and I'm drawing a blank right now. Meaning I have an outgoing personality. People perceive me as outgoing, and I can talk to anybody for any amount of time about anything and carry on a conversation. But those type of situations take my energy away, meaning I'm not filled up. Like, my energy levels aren't fueled by doing those things. I enjoy them, but that's not how I refuel. I truly refuel by being by myself. And so I think I'm kind of a combo. We're almost done, guys. Thanks for sticking through this video. You guys had a lot of assumptions. This one says she assumes that I am an LEO, which is a law enforcement officer's wife. Yeah, and I don't think I've ever announced that, but yep, you are right. The next one says, she assumes I'm very strict with my kids. Ooh, Probably more strict than most parents these days. I'll say that. I don't, I'm not going to say anything else. But you're probably right. I do have expectations of my kids for behavior and obedience, and I have no problem. It doesn't mean I enjoy it, but I have no problem disciplining them when they, repeatedly disobey. And I think now discipline is kind of like, well, how are you feeling about that? And there's a lot of like conversation with kids. And I think kids these days are losing their respect for authority, meaning older people. So yeah, I could talk a lot about that, but I'm going to stop myself before I get hateful comments. But yeah, I think I am strict. My kids, though, like, we have fun, we goof around, like, they know that their mom loves them. We have a very lighthearted household. It is not like a military organization here, but when I tell them to do something, they know that I mean it. And I'm beyond like the toddler years where you're really setting up that framework. My kids are old enough now where being the youngest. So I made a mistake and thought that I answered all of the assumptions you guys sent in the last clip. And then when I was done recording, I had run out of time to film for that day. So it is a new day, but I am here to finish the assumptions because when you guys take the time to send me things, I find it really important to answer. And so I'm just gonna get right into it, but I wanted to let you know why I look a little bit different. It's a totally different day. The first one for this section is that I am an overcomer, strong and guarded in my personality. Accurate assumption. That is true. The next one is that I didn't get diastasis recti in any of my pregnancies. That's actually not true. I did. With my pregnancies being so close together and not having time to re-strengthen my abdominal muscles in between them, combined with having really large babies, combined with having C-sections, I did develop that. I still have it to this day, and have successfully healed it to the extent that I'm going to be able to without having surgery. The next one is that I never thought I would be a homeschool mom. Very true. Never thought in a million years that I would homeschool my kids, but I wouldn't change it for the world. The next one says that I am very opinionated and family and friends always know where I stand on things. Yes, I am opinionated, and if asked, I will let people know where I stand on things. I don't like to just go around shouting my opinion at people or projecting my views onto other people. If I get asked, I have no problem sharing where I'm at or what I believe about whatever topic, but it's not something I just walk around constantly like sharing my opinion on things. The next one says that I don't really talk to my parents, and that one is very personal, but that is true. There's a lot of history there, obviously, and just not healthy relationships. So for various reasons I've alluded to before, but yeah, you're right. That the next one says that I have a good balance between my family, my marriage, and you time. I feel like I do okay, but only because I'm always trying to keep up with all those things. There's definitely times where I feel like my personal time slips, where my marriage slips. So I don't think I have it like perfectly balanced because I don't really think that that exists, but it is something I'm always focused on. So I don't know, kind of yes and no. The next one says that I'm a tell it like it is kind of gal. Yeah, I am no nonsense. I'm very straightforward and sometimes can be kind of blunt. So that's something I try to work on when asked things. But yeah, I would say that that's true. The next one says that I was a high school cheerleader. I actually was not a high school cheerleader, but I was a middle school cheerleader, and my middle school years were kind of like my high school years because I didn't go to a traditional high school. So not high school, but middle school. The next one is that I am a firstborn, and that is true. I actually don't have any full biological siblings. Both my parents remarried and each had a child with their new spouse. So I have two half siblings, but I was the firstborn and I guess the only one between my parents. The next one says that I am always happy. No. That is not true. I shared earlier in the video that I kind of am, it's natural for me to always try to find the silver lining in things, but I'm definitely not always happy. I just don't get on social media and often like whine and cry to you guys. But when I have those days, I just kind of stay quiet and keep to myself. And then the last one is that I am the same person on and off camera. and I couldn't think of a better one to end it on. Yes, I am the same person on and off camera. What you see is what you get. I try to be very authentic in what I share here. I try to be very authentic on all of my social medias. Of course, there's aspects of my life that remain private because, you know, it is the internet, but what you see is what you get. And I think that if any of you guys were to meet me in real life, you would quickly realize that that what I'm saying is true. So thank you guys so much for watching this super long video. Thank you to everyone who sent in your assumptions about me. I had a lot of fun reading them, and it just assured me that I am doing a good job reflecting who I truly am on my social media. So I really actually enjoyed this. Like I said, it is a tag, so be sure to check out everybody else's videos. And thank you guys so much for spending some of your time with me today. I hope you were able to learn a little bit more about me. If any of them surprised you, let me know down below. And if you have any other assumptions you want me to answer, let me know and I'll be happy to do so. I'll see you guys in my next video really soon. Bye guys.